as you would have it, third time is the charm, but actually, maybe fourth time is the actual charm because we are a little under 5 from my fourth bodybuilding show ever. Hi, I'm Callie. I really just wanted to start this off just to introduce myself. I've done this probably a billion times and never decided to say any of them. But why not give it one last try, or maybe something's different. But I am on my way to the gym now. I'm headed to Crunch. I'm gonna hit chest. Just thought I'd take a quick video to start out and say that I don't want to say anything more other than show you why you follow me and hopefully support me on my journey to getting a pro card. I absolutely am stoked to get started. So why not just go ahead and cut to maybe some training or maybe some posing. I'm not sure yet, but I'll decide when we get there.
All right, so just to start here, I accidentally figured out that mic doesn't work on the pants. Can't hear me, but just going through some posing. I just finished the lift. It was just me today, so I didn't really film any of the lifts. I don't have a tripod, but tomorrow I'll try to film some. Here I'm just detailing kind of, what's going on for the show. So I'm doing classic physique teens and novice, and then bodybuilding teens and novice so far. I might do open, but I'm 184, 185 in the morning. I'm between 5'8" and 5'9". The only weight cap I really think I have to meet if I decide to do one that has one is 176 and a half. But we'll just decide here soon. I've not really registered for any of the classes, just prepping for the show. But here soon. Kind of going through the poses, just, the relaxed sides, the back. And then the left side, usually I always feel is my weakest, but feel free to give any criticisms, comments, tips, things that you may think, that might look better. Honestly, I'm very open to any sort of help, but I'm going to probably switch over here soon to some other posing. Yeah, this is where we actually start doing some other stuff. I really like this pose, shows off the legs quite a bit. And then the obliques too. Really like it. We're getting pretty lean, I'd say. At least for a show, or at least for a normal. I mean, we still have a ways to go for a show. Been trying some new things with poses, especially classic poses like front double bi, the abs and thighs. Definitely need to work on keeping my midsection up and tight. Have an issue, but the vacuum I really don't have much of an issue with. It just disappears. Back is another one. I've had some very bad issues with my left shoulder. Christmas tree there. So opening up the back has been kind of an issue, kind of difficult. Definitely a pose that I need to really, practice, and especially in the off season, build some size there. Triceps, I really like my triceps, to be honest. But everything can always get, bigger and more developed, a little more maturity. But I think this year we're going to look a little more grainy than usual. And then here we go with the Arnold's 3/4 back. Definitely got to get better with that one too. Almost fell there. That's another thing don't want to do on stage. I think this next one, I figured out there is audio, so I might let him talk. But honestly, yeah, there is. Let me cut this out here shortly. Actually, I might just do a voiceover for the whole thing. That's what I'll do. Still just practicing those back poses, trying to keep that good. At least make sure that if my back isn't as developed as everyone else, I at least know how to pose it properly. Back lat spread is another one that I definitely should work on. It's like I said, very hard to open up that back. Side chest, another one. Don't want to fall. Starting at the bottom with the legs, the calves, making sure to sweep the hamstrings, and then I followed some other tips that I watched from a C-Bum video talking about pulling a vacuum on the pose and then dragging the shoulder across and pushing up on the outside chest. Side tricep, probably one of my favorites. It's grown to be one of my favorite poses. I like the shape, and then I like the way the abs look from that angle. They seem to look really tight, pretty developed, but very, very. This is another pose don't do very often, but definitely got to hit it for the bodybuilding portion. I think all I'm talking about here is pretty much just poses that I've been thinking about to hit. Practicing posing routines. That's another one I might have to go make a video on, but here's another one. Been watching some CWM on, talking about being able to turn the waist in and the feet placement. Not always like a vacuum in that pose. I think I like it more than my coach does, but having some IT band issues too that I've been trying to work out so I can have my quad fire. That left quad doesn't want to fire every time, and I don't know. It's just need to make sure I keep stretching that IT band, but don't let your ilio. I don't remember what the rest of it is, iliotibial or something or another. Don't let that be something that holds you back. You need to make sure that you're stretching properly. If you're not stretching, a well-oiled machine rusts up and breaks. And your joints are pretty much the same thing. I mean, I at least view the body as somewhat of a machine. The mind is the soul. So definitely just make sure you're, stretching. You don't want to tear a muscle either. Frontal aspirate is one that I've actually started to like more too. Need to learn to look down at the judges. That's the thing. If you're posing, you want to make sure the judges are going to be below you. So whenever you're posing, you don't really always want to, you want to show off the muscles to the judges. So yeah, I like the shape. I like the shape in that. So like angling it a little more towards the judges, because like I said, they're going to be down below you. And then always on your side poses, always through most of your all of your poses, start up at the legs. Look at the hamstring sweep. Make sure you're keeping your glutes tight too. Calves, they're easy things to forget. I'm not really analyzing the top portion. The side triceps also, like I said, one of my favorites for sure. Back poses, I don't know what he's talking about. I think he's just talking shit. All right, yeah, I'm gonna cut him off here. I got some clips from when I got home too, because I noticed the abs and the stomach, the veins were everywhere. And then, definitely gonna bring a grainier look this year. Excited for sure. I'm being silly. I think I sent this to my girl, but, oh man, I'm just definitely excited. Definitely have so much room to grow though in terms of posing and development, but we're definitely bringing something serious this year. I can't wait, honestly. I think one of the biggest things that I thought from one of the biggest things from off season till now that I noticed was just I need more size. I think that's always what everyone says when it comes to bodybuilding and growth. I don't know. Much of my symmetry are the only issues that I find are on my back. That left side, I had some issues, but it'll be all right. But yeah, I'm gonna let Nathan take it from here. I think I'll show you all the post-workout meal. All right, you guys, real quick. I got too hungry. I'll go ahead and tell you what the meal is. So the meal is 50 grams of oats, a scoop of, not sponsored, PES Select peanut butter cookie. I switch between that and the ISO 100 Fruity Pebbles. And then 4 ounces of strawberries that I throw on. And then we'll do 2 tablespoons or a serving of peanut butter and some sugar-free syrup just drizzled over the top. I'll have to list the macros somewhere, maybe right here in my hand. But yeah, just some good carbs right after the workout. This is, first meal right after the workout. I've got 2 more, and those meals really, not really many carbs because we already had a training session. I might take the carbs out of the second one and just do protein and fat. But maybe gonna do some posing after a while with coach, and yeah, we'll see how we look. All right, so correction on macros for the pancakes. I actually did 1 tablespoon of peanut butter and a scoop and a half of the whey. But this is the final product. We'll go ahead and we'll pour on just a little bit. Boom. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Let's see what the inside looks like. Yeah. We'll try it. Fantastic. Literally feels like a cheat meal almost. I mean, on prep it does. But I would eat this literally on the bulk all the time too, so just find foods that you love. But yeah, like I said, finish this up, maybe do some posing, see what we look like, and probably record the last few meals of the day, and then I'll probably cut it there. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of the video so far. I mean, really kind of just going wherever, so give me some feedback is what I'm asking. But yeah, let's do it. So it turns out I got tired. I went and I DoorDashed for a long time, so probably gonna take a nap, wake up, do that again. But I did have one meal. Tomorrow I'll go through probably a day of eating. I'm waking up, gonna go hit legs with my coach and actually a guy that I'm coaching for a show that he's doing a couple weeks after mine. But yeah, it really excited. Like I said, let me know where y'all want the direction of these videos to go. I really like to get into the nutrition aspect of bodybuilding and really just nutrition in general. So might make some informative videos on dieting and nutrition, which also I offer diet coaching services. I'll post a link in the bio to either my website or my email where you can contact me, get in touch if you have any questions. Yeah, so I reckon that will do it for this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.